So you have taken a step into international tabling.
Yeah.
How did you do that, and what does the role entail? And I don't know. Gives it a chance to give people the pitch to do more international tabling, because it's one. I feel like it's something we always. Yeah, there's something we should all try and do more.
So obviously, I mean, I've always done international tabling. I got involved. My first trip was to Italy in 2014. I won the travel bingo. So that gave me my first taste. And international tabling is just, I don't know how to. It's like national tabling, but just bigger. And obviously, you meet. Tabling, one of the big things we do in table is you get to meet so many people that you never get to meet and do things that you don't normally get to do. And international is just a bigger version of that. It's obviously different cultures. You get to go to, if you choose to do so, you get to go to different countries, but it's also the way of doing it. It's not like just going on a holiday. It's, you mingle with the local guys. You see the local stuff you wouldn't necessarily see or get to experience when you just book with a travel agent, so to speak, like that. But also staying with these guys, if you're home hosted, it's just a really nice way to experience different cultures and have that personal touch. But also, you can take a bit of you with you. So, like, I'll always take a gift, and then you've got the reciprocal. So, if you ever come into the UK, come and stay with me, and we'll do the same thing. And it builds a really strong personal connection, I think, with these guys that you meet and you do that with. It's not the same way that you do it just going to stay in someone's house in the UK. Because there's that cultural understanding and exploration. It's just that little bit extra, I find. The events are really cool. Obviously, they're huge compared to some of the events we do. Nations Night is one of my personal favourites. You get to go around and explore food and drink from all these different places, all in one location. Some people partake a bit harder than others and suffer for it. We've all been there, but yeah, it's like tabling on steroids, and it's just a really cool experience. How I became the CEE Chairman, so obviously I was the RTBI IRO International Relations Officer for 2 years, and I wanted to just give that little bit extra back because it's given me so much. And tabling has given me the confidence to do things like run events and project management, public speaking, and just the experiences I've gained and the friendships I've gained out of it. I want others to experience that. So one of the ways I thought I could do that was being a board member for RTBI, and try and get more people involved and share the experiences that I've had. And now the next step for me was logical to go to the region chairman, which is basically the international area. It's a sort of similar role to you, Sheppy, but obviously for Europe. So I applied for that, and I took what some people have called the Putin method, and I took out the opposition before the vote. So yeah, I was unopposed for the vote. So yeah, that's how I became the chairman.
The best form of democracy.
Yeah, it was the same when I became IRO as well, actually. Nobody opposed me there either. So
what would you say was the best international that you've been on, and sort of why?
The best one I've been on was probably... It's really tough because I've done some where there's not been many guys from RTBI, and then and obviously the first couple you don't really know anybody. You meet people, and then you do some really cool ones later where you know loads of people. So it's really tough. My personal favorite, I think, is probably the world meeting in Sri Lanka. Just because Sri Lanka is an amazing country. The weather was great, but the people there are so friendly as well. And it's just a totally different experience to obviously go to any other places like that. Even India, it's different from India. It's crazy, but it's not. At the same time, it feels relaxed. The people are amazing. The food is amazing in Sri Lanka. And it was just a really, really well-run event. And when you've got something like that as well, that just makes the experience so much better. And yeah, that was the first time where I met a lot of guys that are now long-term friends through table, as my first world meeting. So probably that. And then closely followed by going to Kathmandu in February for the half-year meeting. I went into the Himalayas, I did a bit of walking, Also, Kathmandu's a bit of a nuts place, but the event was just a really good event as well.
Oh, it's definitely something that's worth considering. I know well, so I got lucky this year and won the travel bingo as well. So I'm off to where I'm off to. I should probably know where I'm off to. Going to France in January for their, I think it's their half year meeting.
You're going to the CNR.
Yeah, which is I'm really looking forward to it. I've been chatting with their IRO, the French IRO, and he seems really nice. And I've been on Duolingo ever since I saw that. I want to desperately try to brush up the French, even though I know full well that by the time I get there, I probably won't be speaking any French at all. But I was scared because they sent the pack through and it was all in French. I thought, it's like, okay, right, this is in like the French is like, it's one of those languages where like they are quite defensive about their language. So,
yeah,
so I thought
will always speak French first. They don't speak a lot of English.
Yeah, parlez-vous anglais? That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
They'll all go,
On.
yes, absolutely fine. They'll speak to you in English.
But no, I was supposed to go to that last year and I had to cancel. But you will have some amazing food and some amazing drink at that event on their sort of area food night.
Yeah,
that's one of the highlights for me to go and explore is that one.
James has already told me that he went last year and I can't remember the exact words, but basically he got battered on the on the Friday night because there was some sort of regional like I think all the regions presented the sort of food and drink that was local to them, and I think he just cleaned up basically by the sounds of things. So no, I am really looking forward to it. It is scary though. And I've done like national tabling as well now. So like I thought it would just be the same sort of thing. I wouldn't be that bothered about it. But there is something about stepping on a plane on your own and going to a completely different country. So I'm apprehensive, but I am looking forward to it.
You'll have an amazing time. I will guarantee it.
Well, there we go. So yeah, if you haven't done it yet, and you have the time and the money to do it, because it's definitely some worthwhile experiences to be had there. Yeah,
100%. It just adds to that. People ask, "What's the value of Roundtable and what do you get out of it?" And I think that's just another thing that you can have. We try to keep the events fairly priced, the same way as everyone else does. Travel can be a little bit more, obviously, depending on where you're going, but you will always, in my opinion, you will always get value for money at these events. So give it a go.